Hello, I'm Jan Mulvey and you're watching the Redmen TV.
Hello, welcome to the Redmen TV. On the back of smashing the blue shite, we've got a preview of Liverpool's FA Cup 6-round game with Stoke City. It's Sunday, it's a 4 o'clock kickoff, Chris. Thanks for that, I'm happy because I get the tickets once again. Devastated. You're going to end up getting the final though at this rate, aren't you?
That is right, mate.
Touch wood. Right, obviously Stoke. I fucking hate Stoke.
Why do you hate Stoke?
Because I just hate playing them, because they're one of them teams that are just, they have this like almost hex over us, don't they? Like, you know, they're that team that I never think we're playing Stoke, this will be an easy game. No,
I don't think that ever is an easy game against Stoke under Pulis. Is that they're a good side. It's not pretty, but they're good, they're well drilled, they're good defensively, and they've got attacking threats.
Definitely, and they've got Chelsea's favourite backup centre forward as well in Robert Huth at the back.
Hey, don't laugh, he scored in 2 rounds of the FA Cup so far, I'll have you know, in the 3rd and 4th round.
Really?
Yeah.
Good stats, very good indeed. The thing with Stoke, obviously, at Anfield last time out, we set up, we played 3 at the back. Basically played 3 centre-halves to mark Peter Crouch.
Didn't really work, did it?
Not our brightest day tactically by any stretch of the imagination. Now, bearing in mind that we've obviously just had a very good, solid result at home against Everton and got 3 goals and created the normal plethora of chances, would you stick with the same side for this game?
I would probably swap out Henderson for Cout.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't think Henderson is into rough and ready footy, to be honest with you. But apart from that, yeah, I'd stick with the same side. I think the side played brilliantly, and you know, Henderson had a decent game against Everton as well. I think they all deserve the place in the team.
Not bad off the bench, having his legs come off if we need them as well. Certainly, I think. I mean, obviously, let us know what you think. How you think Liverpool should line up? Is it? I mean, the concern is that you know you make changes for changes' sake sometimes. Bearing in mind, I think everyone performed against Everton. There's no one there who'd say, you know, you were shit, therefore you deserve not to be in the team. I think you rightly say that Dirk Kuyt didn't put a foot wrong when he come off. He did what we know Dirk Kuyt can do, and especially in such a potentially physical contest against Stoke, that he's probably a good bet to have in there. What do you reckon the odds on Maxi Rodriguez getting a random start?
What has he done?
What has he done?
He's literally the dark sheep of Liverpool Football Club at the moment, isn't he? Nicely
done. That is that. Have you just skirted any racial issues there by calling him the dark sheep rather than the black sheep? Like, you know, let's say yes. I think someone shouted at the match, "You white bastards!" No one called him up over that. Like, I didn't see him getting hauled in front of the.
Not even go there.
I didn't see you writing anything about that, Mr. Ollie Holt. No. Anyway, no, Max Rodriguez, if you know why he's not getting in the side, if you maybe see him in Tesco's on Alton Road, have a quick word.
Who was it who told me shagged fucking Kelly Dalglish?
No, I did predict that he's either had a pass at Marina or he's had a pop at Kelly. Like, that's clearly the only reasonable explanation.
What was it you used to say, hanging out the back end of her or something?
No, I'm not Richard Keys, mate. Come on, take it easy. Anyway, right, let's see what the match odds are looking like this week. We're going to go over to Mary Cooper for the best bets.
Hello again, guys, and welcome to your best bets. LFC come back from smashing the blue shite in the derby to play Stoke at Anfield in the 6th round of the FA Cup for a place in the semi-finals. And as we like to see, Liverpool are heavy favourites. So let's take a look at your match odds. For Liverpool to win, it's 7-20. It's 16-5 for a draw, and it's 6-1 for Stoke. And here's your final scores. For Liverpool to win 3-0, it's 8-1. A 1-1 draw is also 8-1, and for Stoke to win 2-0, it's 50-1. Now moving on to your first scorers for LFC, we've got Suarez at 3-1, Bellamy is 9-2, and Teenage Mutant Ninja Skirtle is just 20-1. And for Stoke, we've got an ex-Red special for you with Peter Crouch at 10-1, Jermaine Pennant at 25-1, and Salif Diao at 40-1. And here are this week's cheeky doubles. We've got Stevie G to get the first goal and LFC to win 3-0, and that's 35-1. Andy Carroll to get the first goal and LFC to win 3-1, and that's 45-1. and Peter Crouch to get the first goal and LFC to win 3-1, and that's 195-1. That's all for me for this week. Best of luck with your betting, and back to you in the studio.
Damn, she looked good this week, man.
Very nice indeed. Thank you very much, Mary. I'm sure I don't know what you're talking about. As a married man, I couldn't possibly comment. Anyway, obviously, we've got Stoke, as we well know, at the weekend. Chris, how the hell did Stoke manage to get this far in the competition? Not asking for opinion. I basically just want to know who they played.
Third round. Gillingham beat them 3-1. Walters, Jerome and Huth scored the goals. In the fourth round, they played Derby County. Stoke 2-0. Jerome and Huth again. And then in the fifth round, Crawley Town, they again won 2-0. This time Walters and Crouch and Delap got sent off in the 16th minute in that game as well.
Very interesting.
3 away games for Stoke so far, and a fourth coming up on Sunday.
Interesting. So if they manage to progress, they're gonna have no problem getting tickets for the final. Excellent. Anyway, right, form guide speaking. Obviously, looking at a wider thing, not just the FA Cup. Stoke's last, what have we got? 8, 9,
and they are just Premier League.
Draw, 4 defeats, 2 wins. And a defeat most recently, taking just 7 points from the possible 24. Which was actually frighteningly comparable to our form until the derby.
8 points from 24, are we?
Very nice. Yeah, draw, loss, win, draw, loss, and a win, of course, against the aforementioned Blue Shite. Yes. Bit of team news for them. Ricardo Fuller got sent off at the weekend, so he's suspended. Basically, I think it was Pulis was saying how he just snapped. Excellent. That's what you need to know. In fairness, he's one of them. Ricardo Fuller is one of those players that you sort of think, oh, Ricardo Fuller, and then he turns up and physically dominates you. Yeah. You're not like Cameron Jerome had the habit of doing that for Birmingham, pacey, strong, powerful, underrated for what he does. Anyway, and Mamadou Sidibe's also out for them as well. Only doubts for Liverpool. I think Glenn Johnson's going to miss out once again. Anyone who follows him on Twitter, he basically alludes to the fact that it's going to be a couple of weeks before he's back. But on the whole, obviously Steven Gerrard's back fit, back in the side. That's good news for the Reds. I think it goes without saying.
Just going back onto the team then, do you think Bellamy should start?
Well, right, here's something, right, there's a rumour doing the rounds, and I don't know how true this is, that Bellamy stormed out of Anfield
after being subbed last week.
No. Before the Blues, when he found out he wasn't on the bench, was what we were told in the pub. I don't know what the truth is in this. Odds are it was a fucking Evertonian barman who just liked to stir a little bit of shit, like, you know what I mean? You know, his dad's uncles, cousins, dog walkers, mum's auntie is a steward at Anfield, and that's obviously a direct source. So take that with a pinch of salt. I think Craig Bellamy will definitely, if he's not fallen foul of the king, he's almost certain to be on the bench, isn't he? It was an interesting one. I'm surprised that he wasn't on the bench against Everton, to be perfectly honest. But it's nice that we didn't need him, to be honest.
Well, Carroll and Suarez linked up really well, didn't they?
And with Gerrard as well. I think you were saying that with the problem with Carroll, he's still not quite getting in the best areas from an attacking sense for himself, but he was dropping off the front, and it's fine as long as he's winning them flick-ons and getting them to Suarez. Then it doesn't really matter, does it? No,
it doesn't. Suarez just fucking makes anything out of anything anyway, doesn't he? And he did provide it.
Very interesting tactic we used when Anachibi got put in the Kop. We took the goal kick, route one, straight down, Carroll flicked it on, Suarez through, had a chance. Nice to have that in our locker for the change, because until that game, we've been quite laborious in our build-up play, you know, overplaying things to a certain extent, you know, you slow pass, move, build, get to the edge of the 18-yard box, completely run out of ideas. So it's nice to be able to just pump it.
Pepe loves that anyway. He used to love hoofing it down, Fernando to run onto. He still looks for it every time he gets the ball, runs out the edge of his box, and there's just the sheer look of disappointment when there's no one moving him. And he's like,
that was one of my biggest pet hates under Hodgson, was how angry Pepe was every single time he'd take a cross or get possession, and he'd look up and And you do that, he does that jump up and down on the spot, like, you know what I mean? Absolutely unbelievable. The patented Pepe stomp, which could be its own. If we win like the FA Cup, that could be its own, like, do the Dudek-esque.
It's right.
I think so.
We'll do it.
We won't, but you know, if anyone wants to, please by all means do it. Film it, put it on YouTube, send it to us. That'd be excellent. Right. So Tony, you've got Liverpool in the FA Cup. Is this another chance for a Tony Pulis Park the Bus special? You know what, I am bloody sick of this notion that we are this violent, turgid, defensive, close-minded, horrible side. You know, we might well be that, but we signed Peter Crouch, so in my mind that makes us the Barcelona of the Premier League. You know, we've got Mark Wilson. You know, Nigel Worthington said he was the Xavi of Northern Ireland, and I'm inclined to agree. Okay, well, his dad actually said that, but, you know, and he was laughing at the time. But still. And also, don't forget, we've got Robert Huth, and he used to play up front for Chelsea, didn't he? So, you know, okay, so every sane man in world football would swap him for Gerard Piqué in a heartbeat. Not me. We've also got players who work hard. You know, Jermaine Pennant. Okay, not on the pitch. Obviously not on the pitch. But I saw him after training. He was looking for his car for 3 hours. 3 hours after training. That's the kind of dedication I'm looking for. You know, it was in the car park. That's the kind of dedication you need if you want to break into this Stoke City side. So Tony, who would you say your danger man? Rory Delap, obviously. You know, always a threat. He's they call him the Iniesta of this side, you know, very strong arms, very strong, always a very important attribute for any central creative midfielder to have arms like Jeff Capes. You know, we have a European quality side here, you know, Matthew Upson, a host of top European clubs were after him. Total Network Solutions, you know, Shamrock, Hibernian. And when he chose to come to the mighty Stoke City because we challenge for honours, we do. You know, just last week I won the Port Vale Challenge Egg and Spoon race. Can Kenny Dalglish say that? Liverpool have been featured heavily in the news of late with an ongoing conflict with the FA. Where do you stand on that, Tony? Well, I don't know what Liverpool and Kenny are going on about. I've been petitioning the FA for years for the introduction of special teams like the American football. After all, I've clearly got no concern for what I'm supposed to do when Rory Delap's knees finally turn to dust. And they're talking about problems with racism. Come on, Kenny, get a grip. What's the most important thing in the Premier League? Rory Delap. I'll tell you that for nothing. Let's face it, we have the kind of quality that Liverpool just won't be able to live with on Sunday. Bring it on. Anyway, Chris, predictions.
Ooh. I'm going to go with a 1-0 victory to us.
Interesting. I could see this being not unlike the derby. I'm going to go two ways with this because I'm a shithouse and I don't want to put me there fully on the line.
You're a fence sitter, you always have been.
It's either going to be a 1-1 draw, as we've become used to at Anfield, or, as always happens with Stoke, if we get an early goal, I think we could win. Like, it could be a 3-0 again. And it's happened so often in the past. No, we had a couple of seasons ago.
Just laughing at your two different predictions and how you think you can possibly justify giving two predictions.
Alright then, fucking 3-0.
3-0.
3-0.
Job's a good one.
Yes.
And what about any bets are you going for?
No, I'm not putting any bets on you. What are you going to do this week? Because you had a covering bet against Everton.
I did. I threw my chips down like, and I didn't get to pick them all back.
What was your red card bet?
3-1. I think I put 450 on it. 3-1. I had an own goal at 8-1. I had a couple of quid on that. I had a follow the Yelovich Road 1-0 for Everton.
all the normal derby shit that happens you had covered and none of it happened.
That was 90-1. I had a quid on that.
It was comfy, wasn't it? And let's hope Stoke remains the same. No, it's the typical thing with Stoke, and as I say, we always get an early chance, and if we don't put it away, then we always struggle against that. And you know, it happens with Sunderland, a lot of teams around that sort of level. I go back a few years where Gerrard had a free kick off wide on the left, and it went in, and for some reason we had to retake it.
Yeah.
And obviously we didn't score it, and then you just knew the writing was on the wall for those games. And so I think, because obviously they are a very well drilled, very well disciplined side, as you said. They will park the bus because they're the fucking experts, the Premier League experts at doing it, and they're the kind of games where you need a little bit of luck. Because once you get a goal up against a team that parks the bus, they come out.
Yeah, they have to change the way they're playing, and they're not comfortable doing it. I think Andy Carroll's going to be the one to break the deadlock on Sunday.
Interesting that is this the game for Andy Carroll? We ask this question every
single week.
Is this the game? Is he going to be good against?
I don't think it was fair that he got dropped anyway. To be honest with you, there was a couple of games there that he should have been playing.
But I do worry that he's the kind of player who doesn't just need a kick up the arse. He needs multiple, repeated,
he needs
week in, week out, boots
a
in
mechanic,
the box,
boot up the arse, just
literally turn up at Melwood on a Monday morning, bend over by the fucking security gate, get a kick up the arse, and in you go, lad. Go and clock in. It's true, because I do think mentally, I think he does struggle with that level of motivation. And a couple of games out the team, well, it looks like Everton. It's done him the power of good. Let's hope that continues. Let's hope Luis Suarez continues his form, and let's hope Stevie G can continue as well. The Stevie G, the man who was finished this time last week, has all of a sudden got 10 more years.
He's fucking a legend. We've got a great little stat attack as well, haven't we, for him? Exactly,
yeah. So obviously watch our subscriber show this week as well. We pick apart the Derby game, because obviously we're still very happy about that. Why not wallow in our self-satisfaction a little bit more? Obviously, as Chris mentions there, we look at Steven Gerrard's impact on the game, and as well as the impact of the likes of Martin Kelly and co. Obviously a great performance all round, and we feel it deserves its due attention. So do get on that. It's on www.redmentv.com, and as always, the first month is free.
And check out the new blog on there as well.
Yeah, Dave Gill's been writing a couple of blogs for us, so get on that as well. Obviously, all worth a read. The website is starting to take shape. It's only taken us
4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 months, whatever.
Yeah. You know it. Oh yeah, do get on there.
Hundreds of backlog of videos on there.
There's a shitload of stuff on there. I went on the other week, I was surprised how much we've actually managed to accumulate. So yeah, get on it.
Shit out 3 videos a week, don't we?
You say shit out, graft out. You know what I mean? Let's not associate those words, shall we, mate? Anyway, thanks very much for watching. Leave us your score predictions, leave us your starting 11 lineup predictions, and any general thoughts on do you hate Stoke? Do you hate playing Stoke? I know I do. I know Chris does. Do you? Let us know. Please let us know in the comments. And I shall see you this weekend, this Sunday after the match. And I hope to see you there. Thanks very much. Thanks for joining us, Chris.
Take it easy.
Ta-da.